Hi, in this lesson we are going to expose into something we call composite functions. And composite functions are having this format, and actually it is one function inside the other. I want you to remember that the way we call them is f as moving towards g of x, but for easy we call it f of g of x. What it is actually, it is one function, the inside function in this case, in an outside function. So this is something I want you to remember. Whatever is first, it's the outside function, and whatever is second after the circle is the inside function. So we start with the inside function, and then we solve it, and then we substitute everything to the outside function. In this case here, you see g is first, so it is g of f of x. So in this case, we will start as inside function with the f, and the outside function is the g. So I don't know if you understand that, or is it easy, but when I was thinking how I'm going to teach this to you, I thought it's a good idea to start with what you know in the past as something we call simultaneous equations. I hope you remember what simultaneous equations are. If you don't remember, I will go through this with you. We used to have something like y equals 3x, and then another equation, something like x squared plus 3x plus 3y plus y squared equals 9, something like this. So what was happening in this case? We were taking whatever was the first part, the y, and every time we could see y, we substitute with equivalent. So this would become something like x squared, same, plus 3x plus, now I have 3, but instead of y, I need to put the equivalent of y. So I'm going, and I'll change the color so you can see the difference. So I can go plus 3 brackets. What is instead of y? 3x. Close the brackets, plus here, instead of y, I will go 3x, and because the y is squared, I will put that squared, equals 9. So in this case, I would be solving, and I would find x squared plus 3x plus 9x plus, where that is, 9x squared equals 9. So I would go in total, and I would have 10x squared. I think the electricity is killing it. 10x squared plus 12x minus 9 equals 0, and I would bring that equation to this form. So with the composite, we call them composite functions. We do something like this. We move from the equations to functions, and we compose, we synthesize, we put one inside the other. And that's what is a composite function. So let's take it further and let's see how we can work with this example. We can start with a book example, but I can start with this example first, and then we'll see if you have a problem to practice for the other examples. So here, as we said in the first introduction, it is f of g of x. So what is inside? Inside is the g. I will start with the inside and I will put it into the outside. So, for example, I write 2x plus 1, that's my f, and instead of writing 2x, I need, every time I see x, to put this part. Okay, so I'm rewriting this as in this manner. 2 brackets 3 minus 4x, close the brackets. Sorry, it is the time of my day, my electricity, plus 1. I hope you understand what I did. I took this and I put it instead of the x. And this is, I'm doing my numbers, normal numbers, and I go, this is 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 times minus 4 equals minus 8x, plus 1 equals 6 plus 1, 7. And I put my minus x first. So minus 8x plus 7. So this is my first case where f is outside and g is inside. In this case, they ask me to find what is g of f of x. So I'm writing somewhere what I found in this solution. So I'm writing my answer here is minus 8x plus 7. I remind you it's minus. It's just erasing. Now I'm trying to see how this will become with, come on, the other way, when the G is outside and the F is inside. I will make it green so we don't have any problem. So I'm writing G of F of X equals, what's my G? 3 minus 4x. And now instead of x, I'm using this part here. So I'm writing brackets 2x plus 1. And I continue. Equals 3 minus, remind this is 2x, 8x minus 4. So my answer is I think somebody has cursed me. I will stop it to organize the problem is the Bluetooth. So I'm writing here 3 minus 1, 3 minus 4 equals minus 1. And this one stays as it is, so we'll have minus 8x minus 1. As you see, this is different to that. This is minus x plus 7. This is minus x minus 1. I hope you understand what you're going to do. And we will need that for next year when we're going to do chain rule and other derivative rules. And something is really very important to remember. Easy, but important to remember that f of g of x is different to g of f of x. Okay, it matters what's inside and what's outside every time. Let's see, for example, what's happening in this case. I need to know if I can switch off the Bluetooth. Let me unpair the active pen here, remove device, and I hope that will be better. Okay, so let's see what's happening in our next example. In this case, I have f of x equals minus 4x plus 9, and the g of x is 2x minus 7, and tells me to find f of g of x. So what is inside? What is inside? The g. So I'm starting with the f, and every time I see x, I will put this. Let's start. Equals minus 4 plus 9, and inside I put my nice brackets, and I will go 2x minus 7 equals, I'm sorry, doesn't like me. So we go this together and then this together, minus 8x. The next one is, minus 4 times minus 7 plus 28 and plus 9. So my answer is minus 8x plus 37. Okay, so this is the answer here. Plus, I need to save it. So the next one is the opposite. It is find g of f of x. I would like you to have a go, and then we will discuss that in the class. So here I want you to remember it is g of f of x. Okay, so you start with g, 2 minus 7, and in here in the brackets you put that part. Have a go. Thank you.